Okay, we should be live. Every time I switch computers, it's like the microphone is always... I gotta double check the microphone. You thought it was gonna be Saturday gaming? Well, I said either Friday or Saturday. Normally, it's one or the other. Sometimes it's both, though. But hey, Mark. Yeah. I was actually going to stream tomorrow, but I think I'll just do it this one. I mean, there's not really... I kind of wanted to stream Monster Hunter again, but then I thought, well... I mean, I feel like I've been streaming that a lot, and we haven't really looked at this game, so we'll look at this game. Although, I don't know, I'm not a huge fan of this game, even though I do like these type of games. I just think that this game's... for some reason, for me, and you guys will see later on when we actually play through it, it just doesn't really seem as good as it should be. As long as you're playing, I guess, the spear, it's a lot easier from what I've heard, but I may end up switching to the spear, but we'll see how this goes. But, yeah, everybody, yeah, we may not even just stream this the whole time. I may switch to a different game, or a number of different games. I know Lords of the Fallen just got an update. It's Lords of the Fallen 2.0 is out. So we may look at that game, or we may look at, I don't know, maybe we'll play Monster Hunter or something, or maybe Atelier Yumiya. We are not actually, we did stream a little bit of that game very, very briefly with the Intel B580 back when Assassin's Creed came out, Assassin's Creed Shadows. Are you waiting to buy... no, I will not be getting the Extreme. Why would I buy the Extreme? I have, like, no money to buy a new motherboard. I bought a bunch of motherboards last year. No, there will be no Extreme. Unless Asus wants to send me a review sample that I have to return to them. I mean, I would be more than happy to make videos about it if I had it, but, no, there will be no Extreme, on this channel. Unless I can get a review sample. There's no reason for me to even have one. I mean, I already have enough computers as it is, enough motherboards. I don't need another one. Hey, Doral. Man, you know what? Sometimes people subscribe while I'm streaming, but I wonder if they're actually watching the stream. Because what I've realized, I've come to the realization that a lot of people that subscribe while I'm live are actually subscribing from one of the YouTube videos. They're like watching one of my YouTube videos, whether it's one of the recent ones or an older one, and they subscribe from the video. They don't actually subscribe from the live stream. That's another thing that I've noticed. It's very rare for somebody who's watching the live stream to actually subscribe to the channel, based off of my observation. Yeah, I mean, it's most of the time it's people subscribing from videos. No, I am not getting sent review samples. Every review that I do on this channel, at least up until this point, I have had to spend my own money to obtain. So I do not get review samples. I've tried to reach out to a few of the companies that, you know, like, I won't name any names because we'll see if they respond to me or not, but I have reached out to a few. But so far, you know, no one's sent me any review samples, or no one's really followed up with me. So my assumption is either they are treating my emails as spam, or they're looking at the channel and they're like, the channel's too small, or the views per video are not above a certain threshold. My assumption is that's what's going on. So I'm just not large enough of a channel, so that's probably what it is. But I could be wrong. Maybe maybe my emails are getting treated as spam, and that could be another thing. Alright, so, yeah, this game... So for those that don't know, this game is made by a Korean developer. So if you're familiar with the DNF series, it's a fighting game, a 2D fighter series, kind of like old school Street Fighter. Or it's actually a lot more like the games made by, what's that company that did BlazBlue and Guilty Gear? ArcWorks Systems. It's kind of like their fighting games. But they finally made an action RPG, which is what this game is, based in the DNF universe. So if you're familiar with that franchise, this will be right up your alley, unless you don't like very challenging, difficult games. Because this game is harder. Well, it depends on how you define hard as a game in terms of challenge. This game I would put it right up there with Lies of P in terms of difficulty, and Neo 2. So it's meaning it's harder than Dark Souls and Bloodborne. Those games are easier than this game. So if you're someone who likes really, really difficult games, you will probably like this game. If you're someone who likes parry-based combat, like Sekiro or Black Myth Wukong, those type of games, I guess Black Myth Wukong is the most recent game that I can think of that is similar to this game. Although this game is far more like Lies of P, in the sense that it wants you to do the parry mechanic. It kind of forces you to play that way, which I am not a huge fan of, and that's why I don't really like this game that much. But you don't have to play that way, although you're kind of forced to use a certain weapon style if you refuse to play the game that way. Let's see. I forgot where I'm supposed to go. I guess I'm supposed to go here. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to fight the spider. So I'm kind of stuck on a boss fight. The problem with this game is I think way too much difficulty is on the boss fights, and far less difficulty is on the actual level design. So you go into a level, and you fight your way through the level, and then you get to the boss, and you basically get stuck on the boss, having to retry over and over and over again. And the nice thing about this game, at the very least, they let you gain levels every time you die to the boss, so you can slowly level up. Like I'm literally 50 points short of leveling up, so I need to just kill like one random mob, and then I'll level up. But I don't want to fight something that's going to be too overkill, so I just need to find like one, yeah, like this thing. Maybe that's enough. Maybe that's all I need. Okay, now I can level up. Wukong or this? You know, it's hard for me to say because I have not played that much of this game. I don't like to compare two games that I've played, one basically to completion and another that I have barely played any of. Like, apparently I've played this game for 9 hours. It certainly feels like I haven't really played 9 hours, though, because I feel like most of it is just repeating boss fights over and over again, which is not really that fun. It gets very tedious after a while. So, although Black Myth Wukong was kind of like that, so, although I think this game is probably worse in that regard. So maybe Black Myth Wukong is better than this game. Although I haven't played enough of this to really give it a fair chance at a comparison. So this game basically has 3 weapon styles. You can either use the Great Sword, which is kind of like... It's kind of like Nightmare from Soul Calibur in how it's slow and it hits hard. And then there's the spear, which I think I'm probably gonna swap to, because this one is the one that everybody that has played through the game and has gotten closer to the ending than me, everyone's telling me spear is the way to go because it's fast, you have way more mobility, and it has good reach. So that's probably like the easiest weapon to use. And then the dual wield is another one, which is more like, I guess it's fast, and I guess it has good mobility, but I don't know, like I don't know how to do anything with it. So it's like I'm stuck with the great sword until I can figure out a better option. And I just realized, so is this the one that I was supposed to be using? Oh, this one hits the hardest though. So we're gonna use this, I guess. Very similar to Neo though. Like if you played Neo or Neo 2, this will feel very familiar. Alright, we're gonna go straight into the boss fight. You can. It's just like Lies of P, in the sense that you can summon an AI to assist you, but I found the AI to be mostly useless. Like, they basically die so fast that it's kind of a waste. So, alright, here we go. Boss fight. See, like, I hit so slow, and then I parried it already so far like 3 times. But I feel like I barely did any damage to it. See, I don't even know how that connected. Yeah, see, I don't even understand how it fell down, but I died. So, I mean, this is pretty much how it goes. That's pretty much how the game plays. So it's like, you die pretty fast, you barely deal any damage to the boss, so it turns into like a minimum of a 3-minute to 5-minute fight. So I don't know, maybe I need to power level or something and grind mobs over and over and over again for like 2 hours. Maybe that'll make the game more manageable. Oh wait, I got stuck in the spider web. So, it's like, I can do the dodge, but the greatsword has no stamina. Is there a way for me to, like, get behind it? So I just feel like the stamina management is terrible. Like, I run out of stamina so fast. And yeah. Yeah, it doesn't seem, I don't know. Game seems too punishing, actually. Like, the boss fight is either way too long for what it is. It's way too long, for one thing, the boss fights in this game. And someone told me that if you play on easy mode, the only difference is you deal more damage. Like, nothing else changes except you deal more damage. So the boss fights go by faster, but that's literally the only thing that's different. Which is fine, but I kind of think easy mode might need to be the default mode. I mean, this is somebody that completed Ninja Gaiden on Master Ninja, so it's like, I think I would know what I'm doing with these type of games. Oh, I didn't even know he could do a back attack. Well, the problem is the game is just too tedious. See, they want you to parry like you're a parry god. See, the red is a parry. Like, when I'm making a flash red, that means I'm actually doing the timing correctly. I might actually switch to spear, because this is... Did I mess that up? Yeah, it's too punishing. Apparently I got a skill point. So at least you can grind levels from fighting the boss over and over again. So I guess it recognizes that it's that hard that it requires you to gain EXP when you die on fighting bosses. So it's like you're grinding levels by doing this. So you're progressing. See, okay, I don't know the timing on that. Unless I am doing that correctly. So I don't know. You have to grind earlier bosses for gear. Wait, that's what you're supposed to do? Because see, I never had to do this in Neo. Like, I never had to go back and grind. Only in endgame did you have to do that. You shouldn't have to do that in story mode. Like, because, you know, the other thing that's weird is they give you like a recommended level for the mission. But I always feel like it's a complete scam because here, I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. Like, how do I get to the map? So, wait, just I guess go back to the crevice. That's not gonna make any difference. Put attributes in based on weapon. Yeah, so like, okay, this is another problem that this game has. Like, okay, for example, here it's saying strange stench, recommended level 34, okay? Recommended level is 34, but my character's level 49. My character's level 49 and I can't steamroll a level 34 area. Like, do you see the problem with that? And the stats, it's not like my stats are wrong. 32 vitality, 26 endurance, 35 strength. We have an agility rating of A, which is why this game is a complete copy of Neo in that regard. But yet the game like seems so tediously difficult. Like, I don't understand why. Like, I don't think this gear is bad, although it's like level 12. So do I need to have like level 48 gear? This gear is worse than the one that I'm wearing. This one has a higher base attack. See, I don't understand. 3 to 6 pieces of gear give you extra boosts on move. This is what I'm wearing. Basically, extra vitality, extra endurance, extra proficiency, extra strength. And then this, because this is the hardest hitting greatsword that I have. So it's like, I don't see the problem. Do I need to like change the armor? Ooh, this one has 600. But see, this one drops my agility down to B. So I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing differently. But the game feels like it's an unnecessary chore to play, so it's not very enjoyable. Compared to, you know, compared to Neo 2, which is the best example I can think of. And I have like, I don't know how many hours I have in that game, like 400 hours in Neo 2 or something. So either I'm doing something wrong in terms of like how gear scaling works, or the game is just unfair and poorly balanced. It's one or the other, so I don't know. Like, people keep telling me, oh, just play it on easy. I played it on easy and it was so much better. Or switch to spear, because spear is like the best weapon in the game. Like, that's the advice. I'm being told two things. Either switch to spear, or play on easy. Like, okay, what if I don't want to do those things? Like, I guess I'm supposed to grind until I'm level 120 or something? Like, I don't know. But, I mean, this is the reason why we haven't really played this game that much on stream, because it's kind of not good. I guess we can try to, like, run through the level again from the start? Or something? Or go look for the Kodamas or whatever they are in this game. Level 24. Level 18. Hold on, where's the... Is this the one that has that one boss? There was one boss that I got stuck on. Like, I've basically gotten stuck on... It's funny, because it says I have 9.6 hours of playtime. Probably 4 hours are literally just boss fights. Like, just repeating boss fights over and over and over and over. Especially The one that had the one that jumps up and you have to go up a ladder. This one, first act of revenge. I think it was this one. This one I was stuck on for like 2 hours, 3 hours. This one I was stuck on. This is the one that they actually nerfed. This, I think. One of them got nerfed in the patch. I think it was this one, the Viper. The Viper was the one. Oh man, I don't even want to talk about that. So I guess I need to redo the build. Skill tree. The deer boss was hard. Viper was nerfed. Yeah, Viper was nerfed because it's like a two-phase fight and you barely have any healing items. Yeah, so this is basically my build so far. It's all guard based. Oh wait, why? Immediately after a normal guard or brink guard. Oh, I'm supposed to press X after a normal guard? See, I don't even know if this is effective against bosses, though. Counter-strike. Guard against an enemy attack and push them back. That sounds so useless against a boss. I can fight Viper and grind for gear and its spear weapon. Oh, really? So you can... Okay, maybe I should do that. I don't know if I really want to do that, though. Like, that to me sounds more painful. Why after armor break? I think I need to learn how to do these moves. I do have a skill point, though. Reflection. Parry the enemy's attack, dealing significant stamina damage. Maybe I need to start doing these things more. Counter attack. Nullify damage from a burst attack and break the enemy's stance. Deal damage with successive. Increase the damage of counter attack. That barely happens. Brutal attack. B near an enemy. Yeah, get brutal attack, I guess. Okay, well, let's just try it again. I feel like the recommended level is a scam. It's basically any level, you have to add 20 levels. So we're still like under level by like 6 levels. See, I have no stamina. I never have stamina, even with an A rating. Maybe I just need to do my guard move. See, I just feel like, why is the boss's HP bar that big? It's unnecessarily large. You see what I'm saying? This is supposed to be recommended fight level 34, and we're level 49, and we're barely doing any damage, and I died of poison. Oh, boy. Maybe I do need to grind Viper. That sounds like an interesting idea. I feel like Greatsword is probably just not for me. I don't know. Reinstall Windows 11, AMD chipset find its Valorant's anti-cheat. Parry blocks use up less stamina. Regular blocks drain your stamina fast. Goes to lower bosses' stamina to get extra hits. Yeah, but see, it's not. It's for some reason the grind in this game is not fun. It just maybe it's fun if I play on easy. See, like, wow, okay. Well, that didn't work. Is that a... What did I do there? Oh, okay. I did that one special move. So yeah, no stamina. Again, no stamina. This is the difference between this game and Sekiro. Sekiro, you have infinite stamina, so it's never a problem. This game, they want you to play like that, but you have stamina, so you can't actually play like that. It's like they're trying to get you to play a certain way, but it just doesn't feel like it jibes with the way the flow of combat's supposed to work. I just feel like the boss has way too much HP. Because the fight just feels unnecessarily long. Because I'll tell you, Elden Ring fights are not this long. Because it makes me feel like I'm super underleveled. That's the impression that it gives. Yeah. It just doesn't feel fun to play this, guys. Like, I'm probably gonna switch to Monster Hunter in the next, like, 2 attempts. You're saying switch... See, again, like, that's what everybody keeps saying. Everyone's like, switch to Spear, because all the other... The 2 other weapons are complete garbage. But, so I don't know. It's either switch to easy or respec to Spear. I actually started the game with Spear, I think, in the tutorial area. Don't I have the skill? Swift. Wait, is it Swift? No. I mean, I could just respec my moves on this. I just don't even know, like, what I would do. I mean, Greatsword seems cool because Greatsword makes me feel like I'm playing as a Dark Knight from Final Fantasy. The moves make it seem like it's a Dark Knight from Final Fantasy 14. Go back to skill potent blow. This one. Just reset all these. Okay, so get increased, because so far I've been playing very defensive because that cow thing or whatever it was that I was stuck on before, I basically had to play this like a turtle to beat it. But I guess maybe we have to respec for every boss. I mean, it's like, that sounds so intuitive. That just sounds so fun to die over and over again and have to respec every single time. That's a great game. Yeah, this isn't gonna win any awards. You need potent blow skills. But see, it's like, what if somebody doesn't want potent blow skills? Like, what if they want to play, you know? See, I don't know. This is like, whatever. Okay, LB while charging a potent blow. What is this? Leap high into the air. So we'll get this. Max this. Oh, no. Okay, don't max this. Get manifest power. LB while charging a potent blow. Guard against enemy attacks using the ghost arm while charging a potent blow. Perform a brink guard with a go. Okay. And then Phantom Knight's Veil. Attack by unleashing the explosive power of the Blade Phantom. After using Phantom Knight's Veil, briefly gain an effect that allows you to radiate the Phantom Blade's energy and damages nearby enemies. When successfully charging and landing the skill, the Phantom executes a follow-up attack. Charge the skill to consume one additional spirit. Okay, we'll get this. Gain a small amount of spirit for a few seconds after breaking an enemy's stance. Gain additional charge levels for Potent Blow. What is Potent Blow again? Oh, that's just Y? Dash forward, pushing the enemy back. I don't think that's needed against bosses. Gain increased poise and take less damage when attacking. Yes. Assume a defensive stance to enhance defensive abilities. Okay. Decrease the charging time of attacks that follow a charged attack. Inner Fury. Call forth energy from the earth below to pummel nearby. See, this is literally the thing from the Dark Knight. Yeah, get this thing. Thank you for talking about PCI 5. Yeah, it only affects you if you have an X8 graphics card. And even then, you can see that the percentages are... I mean, it does make a difference, but it's not going to affect you that much if you have an X16 GPU. Gain the ability to quickly chain Helm Break into a potent blow. Gain the ability to charge forward, dodge attacks. I don't even know how to do this. Like, gain the ability to charge forward, dodge attacks. Like, what does that even mean? Like... this? How am I supposed to make that one move go off? Knight's Veil. Attack using the explosive power. Oh, it's a move. Okay. Decrease the amount of stamina consumed on a successful guard. Probably max this. Deal damage to enemies when performing a brink guard. Immediately after a normal guard. Yeah, I get this. Okay, we'll just do this. Try that. Wait, what are my moves again? That, and then the war cry, and the... Okay. That's such a stupid move. The stupid web thing. Just charge it up. Oh! He didn't like that. Big power, Majin Buu style. What? Oh man, I wish it had like an aura that does damage over time if the enemy stands in it. That would be straight up Dark Souls right there. I mean, not Dark Souls, that'd be Final Fantasy. That's such a dumb move. That stupid web move. What? Oh, I died to poison. But see, I feel like the problem is the game can be entertaining, but man, do you feel so underpowered like when you go into these boss fights? Because you steamroll through the level, then you get to the boss and you hit a brick wall that forces you to grind for like 2 hours. It's like, that to me is not good game design. That's the parry. Oh, the counter strike is what that is. That's the counter strike. That's the defensive power right there. It's like, okay, I don't know what happened. Oh, I'm gonna die to poison. Yeah, you basically... I guess I need to have poison resist or something? It's like, why does the boss have so much HP? It's like, what? Why does the boss have this much HP? I don't understand. Like, poison does too much damage, the boss does too much damage, I don't deal enough damage. I mean, there's a reason why Elden Ring gets Game of the Year, and this game is probably not gonna get anything. This game, to me, is basically a mix between Lies of P and Neo. This is nothing like Elden Ring. There's, like, nothing in common. If anything, it's like Lies of P and Neo combined. The control scheme is basically the same control scheme from Neo. And the loot and the item level, all that stuff, that's all Neo. See, I want to do my thing. It's like I barely get a turn because I'm constantly out of stamina. And the boss is, and I have A rating stamina. So I don't understand. Like, when is it my turn? Look at that, his reach. His tracking and his reach. And then poison. Yeah, I think it's time to switch to something else. The boss doesn't stay for that long for the dot to make sense. Need Venom Elixir. Is it this one? No. Contamination, plague. Oh, this one. Poison. Poison resistance elixir. Register to, I guess, here. I don't even... Okay, how do I do this again? Oh, I need these. Who sells these? It's like we're slowly gaining EXP. The graphics on the 9070 XT has better graphics than the XTX. I wouldn't say it has better graphics. That's really going to come down if you have a game that has FSR4 support. In general, I would take the XTX over the 9070 XT because of the VRAM. And it's also just faster. No, the XTX is the better card. The only reason why someone would get the 9070 XT is because it's like newly available. The XTX is no longer available for brand new. So it's like it's only used market now. But it does have more VRAM. So yeah, I don't know. I just don't find this game. It just this game for some reason just doesn't really mix. Like it's not for me. I guess I'll just try respecking to spear. Greatsword seems cool, but I want it to work, but it just doesn't work. The game is just too unfun. Why does the enemy have so much tracking? Like, I don't understand why... Oh, that actually connected? I'm surprised that actually connected. Hold on, should I just... Oh, but see, my guard got broken. Wow, that breaks my guard. The problem with Greatsword? See, like, how does that connect? How did that connect? His tracking is... Man, I don't know. Alright, well, we're done with this. Let's switch to something else. Or I'm just gonna respec. I guess we can respec the spear, but see, now I have to learn how to play the game with a completely different weapon, so it's... Now there's gonna be a learning curve. No, I think it's time to switch to a different game. Or I can try doing what was suggested earlier and farm the other boss. There's no food in the game, as far as I can tell. Here, let's go farm the Viper boss. Although I don't know, like, let's fight the Viper over and over again. That is one of the unique things about this game.
What is that powerful energy? The leader of the Dragonkin, perhaps?
That energy I can sense. It feels like his Mars. But how can that be?
Oh wow, you can interrupt him? Wait, this guy's that easy to farm? Oh man.
The power of his Mars.
Oh, this one, okay, so this form of him, this one, he... How come I can't do my moves? Wow. This is another game, forgot the name. Yeah, this is Kazan. I can't believe I died to this guy. See, the problem is Greatsword I feel like Greatsword is just terrible. At least I can farm skill points off of him in phase 1. Yeah, because of that. I need to build up more poise, though. Yeah, I could just do this. Yeah, I could just do this. See, that's how you're supposed to play as a tank. You're supposed to literally be able to just phase through attacks. Like, as a tank, you're not supposed to take much damage. So, I don't understand why this game is designed the way it is. You're supposed to do like that. Man. So wait, does he, if I kill him a second time, does he drop his thing? You have the MSI Gaming Pulse Wi-Fi B650 and R5 9600X. What's the best GPU to buy? 4070, 50. Whichever one's available, probably. So out of all of those, I would not get the 4070 because the 4070 is not good. The 5060 Ti is actually worse than that. So really the 7800 XT. It's going to be the 7800 XT out of those three. Game wants you to parry block. But are those the only three that are available in your area? Because the 9070 is probably better than all of those cards, if I remember correctly. So, I don't know. Out of those three, probably the 7800 XT. It's 7800 XT is faster than the 4070, and the 4070 is faster than the 5060 Ti. So out of the three of them, the 5060 Ti is the worst one. The 4070 is better, but it has less VRAM than the 16 gigabyte model. And the 7800 XT is faster than both of them, and it has 16 gigs of RAM. So the correct answer is the 7800 XT, if you're looking for a specific one. But I would almost say 9070 is probably even better than that, because of FSR4, so if you can get a 9070, I would get that over all three of those. Otherwise, the 7800 XT is going to be the best one. But appreciate the super chat. But that's my logic. My logic is, well, which one has the most VRAM? If they're all the same price, which one has the most VRAM? The answer is the 7800 XT or the 5060 Ti. Okay, the next question is, which one's faster? The 7800 XT is faster, so that's the one to get. Oh, wait, what do I have to do? I have to talk to this guy? Hold on, did I get the gear that I was looking for? Did I get his... I got some legendary thing. I saw like a... something legendary dropped, but I don't know what it was. Was it an accessory? Ooh, this is good. That's good. This is also good. Ooh, that has poison resist 150. Okay, well, I got good accessories. I didn't get a legendary. I thought I saw a legendary, though. So wait, Viper drops a spear? You get up to 6 items? Does he have an armor set? Is this his armor? Enemy flame damage increase. Hold on a second. But see, this has more weight, so I don't want to have B agility. What is his thing called? Fallen Guardian. Fallen Lord? Yeah, I don't know. It will say... Oh, it'll say Viper? So wait, this is not his thing? This looks like it's his helm. Oh, it's Fallen Lord? Oh, wait, Fallen Lord is his thing? Oh, Fallen... Wait, Fallen... Oh, Fallen Lord is his thing. So wait, I should just farm him? Is that what they want you to do? Is that exactly how you're supposed to play this game? Just farm bosses over and over again? This is making me think of Neo having to do inventory management. Wait, fallen stars? No, that's something else. So I got one piece of armor. Oh, I got this and this. Did I get his weapon? Fallen Lord spear. Oh, here's his spear. Hold on, I got his weapon. I got 2 of it. Although this one's better. But now my agility is B, so it's gonna be even worse. Like, I'll run out of stamina even faster. So, is the spear really that good? Everyone tells me spear is like the best weapon in the game. This one has attack damage. The one that I was using... Oh, wait. Was this? This one? This one? Should I just farm him again? Like... Just fight him over and over again. I think I'm better off with my set bonus until I get his full set, though. Because this has even better armor. This has 689 defense. But the weight is too much. My style, I like to move fast. And I like to dodge a lot. That's my fighting style. So it's like having to do the parry is super annoying. But I guess for now we'll stick to this. Wait, is this the right sword? Like, okay, I'm just gonna fight him again. Respect to spear after I get the full set. Okay, so this is basically how you're supposed to play the game. I did not know this is how you're supposed to play the game. I had no idea that you're supposed to just spam the boss.
The quickest route to Polemian. It's truly an honor to
over and over and over again. Spear has good dodge moves. Spear basically sounds like Lunar from Ninja Gaiden, which is my favorite weapon in that game. Wait, did I get anything here?
Need my assist. Now you are strong enough to unlock salvation.
Oh, I can level up some stuff. Health recovery increase.
You require more
immediately.
to unlock more effects.
It's like more health. Oh wait, can I upgrade the other thing?
Do you need my
Spirit of Advocacy? No, I have like nothing. Maybe I should just grind the Spirit of Advocacy thing and just use the summon. This is hilarious. This is what the game, how you're expected to play the game. This is dumb. This sounds so dumb. You're supposed to farm bosses. You know how lame that sounds? Oh, I got a skill point. After a dodge attack. X after a dodge attack? No. Increase the amount of spirit gain when performing a... No. Wait, what's this? Dash forward, pushing the enemy back. When taking damage while attacking, deal increased damage with it. Yes, because this is how you play as a tank.
What is that powerful?
Wait, so basically I have to get everything from this guy, respect a spear, so I can kill a spider?
That energy I can sense. Feels like
That sounds terrible. Wait, did I just hop over his attack? No, because he has too much tracking. I just walk up to him and just hold down. Okay, it's like, okay, well now I can do this. Oh wait, what? The dodging is so bad. Oh my. Wait, I had 17,000?
Given us control from the
I didn't even realize I had 17,000. Well, I think it's time to level up. Yeah. I guess take vitality or take strength up another one. Get strength up. Although I feel like I need a lot more endurance. I need like, usually for these type of games, I do 60 on the HP bar or 50, depends on where it, like, I just do 50. Bloodborne is always like 50 vitality minimum and like 40 endurance, and then the game becomes easy mode. That's another game that needs like a remaster. The problem with this game is stamina. Like, why is my stamina bar always out? Like, I never have any stamina. I'd much rather farm monsters in Monster Hunter than do this, but we'll try this and see how this goes. How can he interrupt my special move? Like, that shouldn't be a thing. That's not how it works. This game has no concept of hyper armor or like iframes. Like, this is what I mean by unconventional standards. I mean, that's not how action games work. Whoever made this game, DNF, whoever the studio is. But I guess they want to be different. It's not going to win them any points. I'll tell you that. There's a reason why these games play the way they do. Oh, I have no healing now? Oh, we're gonna have to redo that probably. You can't dodge into it because there's no iframes on the roll inward. There's too much muscle memory from software games. I just feel like this game has a lot of artificial difficulty. And that's not a good thing, as far as I'm concerned. Like, I have A stamina. Why does my stamina take forever to come back? Why can't I hold the attack and not let it go until... See, I never have stamina. I'm always out of stamina. Maybe that's a problem for a greatsword, but not so much for the others. It's like I barely have any stamina to keep comboing him. Yeah, it's kind of like whatever. So does he only drop his stuff? So I have his spear. Do I have his other stuff? He said he drops the Lord set. Man, I feel like we're going to be at this for a while. Is there a way to increase the drop rate? Slayers, pauldrons. Maybe I should try some other stuff. Do I have Slay? What is this called? Slayer. Bard. Bard. Wanderer, Hunter, Fallen Star. I don't know. Like, wait, what does Fallen Star do? Max stamina plus 100 stamina. Butcher. Oh, that one is for that set. Fallen Lord. Fallen Guardian. Slayer, Hunter, Forgotten Warrior, Hunter, Soul Eater, Wanderer, Hunter, Ashen Wolf. Is it? Can I just like go to the vendor or something? Where's the blacksmith? Also, that's like another thing too that's annoying. Fallen Star. I guess just go with this gear. Oh wait, I don't even have any legs. Butcher, shoes, Bard. Oh wait, Bard. Unscathed, stamina recovery rate 80%. Maybe just try this. You have some of the demon Soul Eater. Wait, this is 327. Wait, Soul Eater. Soul Eater. Soul Eater. Is that the best one I have? I assume it is. Soul Eater. I mean, is this good? 3 pieces of Soul Eater. Enemy defeated, health recovery 5%. That's not good against bosses. Plus 100 stamina. You can farm the demon boss to get his gear. Plus 100 stamina. Does that help? Oh, I guess it does it? Should I just respect a spear? I don't know. Like, I feel like I'm... Maybe that would solve all the problems. Just replace greatsword with spear. Well, I feel like I should use one of the ones that actually has a set bonus. Or not. Wait, this is 235, 224. Basically, which one hits the hardest? This one? This one. That one hits the hardest. Hold on, should I just farm the demon one? The first guy? You unlock the blacksmith and side quests. You also unlock upgrading your armor and weapon. Oh, maybe that's what I need to do. Well, isn't the lady down here? I think I got the isn't she the one that does the...
A creature that resembles a deer.
This? No, this is to get stuff to level up. For early game greatsword, get demon gear. Is it this one? Oh no, I think it's this one. Do I have access to the side quest? Is this where I go to get the... I can't remember where the boss is. Maybe I'm in the wrong one. Wait, why am I here? He was Storm Pass? Or was it this one? No, it's Embar. Embar's Ruin? No, Embar's Ruin was the other one. That was the Viper. So it's Storm Pass. Wait, this is where he is? I thought I'd be able to just run to him.
Here he is! Grab him!
No, no stamina. Where's the... Oh, I guess it was over here. I guess this is where he was? I can't remember. This doesn't seem right. I feel like I'm going the wrong way. Something about this feels off.
Is it true, General?
Wait, what?
Are you really a traitor?
Huh? Wait, what is this? Is this like a secret area?
All we did was follow your orders. Are we not traitors too?
I guess coming back here changed the area completely. 'Cause this does not... I feel like I've never been here, ever. This is like a brand new area.
What caused you such anguish?
Supposed to destroy this thing?
Pathetic. Who do you think you are? Some kind of high and mighty hero?
I feel like I'm going the wrong way. Like something... Why am I not by the boss room? This can't be right. This is definitely wrong. Do they have Homeward Bone in this game? Like... Is there a way for me to, like, teleport out immediately? Like... Jeez, this game is so bad. Oh, here it is. Why do I feel like I've never... Like, why are these things, like, never activated? What, if I've been here before? Like, what? Wait, there's this? How did I get this guy? Upgrade stats. Wait, what? I have what is this? Kazan's memories? I can upgrade my stats. Side mission. Upgrade damage. Damage, stamina damage, damage, all the way up, just all the way up. Yeah. I don't know what that was. Is that for the summon? The game doesn't do a very good job of explaining the systems. Was it, did I upgrade my like, I don't even understand, like, I understand, like, hold on. I could already almost level up again. But see, like, phantom abilities, this guy... You upgraded Kazan's memories? Wait, hold on. What does this say? Kazan's memories. Oh. Wait, so this is me? Like, how was I supposed to know that this was my stats? See, I'm missing some stuff in here. It's like an extra level up for the character. Wait, so you're telling me the whole time there was a bunch of upgrades that I didn't know about? Wait, which one is it? Is it Storm Pass, the second one? See, this doesn't seem right either. This is not where he is. Like, no, the Phantom Blade's not over here either. Tempest Cliff? Oh, this is the one that drops the thing? Wait, so Phantom... Wait, this is not... Oh, this is a different one. This is not what I thought. I thought I was going to be fighting Blade Phantom again. I thought you meant Blade Phantom's armor.
Prove to me you're worthy.
But he does have the...
wielding shall lend you my strength.
Okay, I got his armor set now. No, I already did this side quest. No, I already got him. I was told that I can get his gear for... It's Soul Eater gear, isn't it? I don't think the helmet dropped. I guess we have to fight him again. But I'm telling you guys, like, Greatsword is pretty terrible. The playstyle just seems awful. It looks so cool, but it's just trash to play. Soul Eater. So I have the gauntlets. This one's like a little bit better. So it's basically... Wait, what does Soul Eater do? Oh, it has a greatsword, and it also... Wait, it has a spear also. It has 3 different weapons. Learn Phantom Judgment. Wait, the Bard armor gives you better drop rate? Oh, wait. High grade item drop rate 20%. I need 3 pieces for that. Bard. Yeah. Weapon drop rate 15. Oh, man. Okay, hold on a second. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. There's Bard stuff in here. I was already wearing the Bard shoes. Now I need a 5th piece. Oh, I don't have this one. I'm missing the headpiece. I can't get the last one. The Lacrima gain. That's whatever. I guess we'll just fight this guy again. We'll just fight him again. Should you upgrade the BIOS of any motherboard? Yeah. You should always... Well, you don't have to. If you're not having any problems, but if you want to do, like, memory overclocking, you probably do want to be on the latest BIOS. They also have things like security vulnerability fixes and stuff. Is there a way for me to teleport from here? I can level up again. Probably endurance. Because I have terrible stamina. Get endurance. Yeah, in general, it's best practice to be on one of the newer BIOSes, especially if you have a motherboard that has like a really old BIOS. Yes, this is the X870 Hero. Alright, this will probably be a better way to go now. Let's do this. I don't know, what weapon are you guys using? You guys use the greatsword or the spear or what?
Prove to me you're worthy.
He phased back and he still took damage. Huh. Oh, he has a grab attack. What was that? I don't even understand what I did there. Okay, I got Soul Eater pants and a necklace. So I guess this is working. I want his weapon, though. He does have a weapon, doesn't he? Yeah, he has all 3 weapons, this guy. Well, if I knew the game was this, then this is no different from Monster Hunter in the sense that you're having to fight the same enemy over and over again to farm the parts. This is basically the same. I didn't think this was that type of game. Oh, here's another thing that's kind of annoying. Why do they keep sending me back to the realm of the living? And, like, why is that the default area? Why can't I just go into this area? So I don't have to run through the portal every single time? There's so many things about this game that annoy me. Once you level up more skills, greatsword is nice.
Prove to me you're worthy.
That's pretty cool. It does, it like holds the enemy in like an aura. Huh. The parry damage killed him. Make sure to lock the weapons so you don't lose them when converting gear. Did I get any of his weapons? It's all Soul Eater, right? And no, I didn't get any of these. Oh wait, I got this. I got his, it's only a blue though. Am I supposed to farm him until purple drops or something? I mean, is that how we're supposed to play this? You always prefer sword over spear? Well, so far, everyone that I've talked to that has played this game has said that spear is the best weapon in the game. And I think the only reason why they're saying that is because the other two games, or the other two weapons, turn the game into, like, hard mode. From what I've heard. I don't know of anyone else that I know that has this game that is not using the spear, besides me.
You want my strength? Prove to me you're worthy. You are not ready yet.
We almost have enough to level up again.
You want my strength?
My play style is I want to be able to move really fast, have near infinite stamina regen, and just like combo loop the boss over and over again. Like, that's my style, which definitely doesn't seem like great sword. So you know what? I think we're going to respec immediately, like right after this fight. Because this is boring. This is so annoying because I'm constantly fighting with no stamina, despite having the like A rating on stamina. The fact that the enemy can like disrupt my attacks is what's really infuriating. Ridiculous. Alright, we're respecting the spear. I've decided. Do I have the full set now? No. So this is kind of like, I don't know. Oh, I have this. Hold on. Received stamina damage decrease 1%, max health plus 39. I guess we'll go with that. I wish I could just like buy the missing pieces from a vendor. Soul Eater. These are okay. Wait, this one has more max health. And then, oh wait, Soul Eater boots. So I'm missing his helm, and oh, I do have one of his weapons. Spear, no. I guess we're gonna farm the Viper next. Pilgrim, so okay, so this one, okay. So I can do, but see, now my agility is B, which means I run out of stamina even faster than I did before. So it's like a lose-lose situation. I don't know. This game is just Really lousy. Okay, we're going to respec to spear. Although, let me hold on. What does this set even do? Enemy defeated, health recovery, stamina recovery, brutal attack, damage increase 15%. And then if I have one more piece, I can get Phantom Judgment, which I don't even know what that does. How do you figure out what that does? Brutal attack applies an effect when performing a brutal attack. Okay. Is that Y? I guess that's hold down Y? Yeah, I've got all my points into Greatsword right now, so we're gonna have to respec to dual wield. Or spear. But because I have this weapon, I probably will use dual wield. Yeah, I'll probably do dual wield. Okay, so just reset everything. Can I reset all of these too? I guess I don't need to reset these. Okay, we're going, I guess we're going dual wield, although this is not what I even expected to do. I'm missing one piece. Maybe I should just fight him one more time. Gain the ability to use the 5th strike of a swift attack. Y after the 3rd attack of a potent blow. Wind Chaser X or Y after sprint attack. Y while sprinting. While dodging. Decrease the stamina cost of dodging. Max that. Take a powerful swing at the enemy with your axe or sword. Y while dodging. Deal damage to enemies while performing a brink guard. Decrease the amount of stamina consumed on a successful guard. Max that. Neutral or back plus A after a successful guard. I don't know if I need to do that. Flash cutter? I guess. Gale? Wait, what? What is this? Okay, that's a move? Alright, we're just gonna go like this now. You have 9000 series CPU, you're using ASRock motherboard. I read that there's an issue if I didn't update the BIOS. No, not really. You can if you want to update. Depends on your CPU. Okay, I have no idea how to use this, but we'll just run with it anyway.
You want my strength? Prove to me you're worthy.
Oh, wow. Okay, hold on a second. This is fast. Whoa. Whoa, this has a lot of... This is more like Sekiro. Whoa, the game all of a sudden got better. The game got better. And all I did was, like, switch weapons. Wow.
You are not ready yet.
Alright. I think we'll see if I can level up. Can I level up? Yeah. I probably should have been using this weapon from the start.
You want my strength. Prove to me you're worthy.
The fact that I'm not running out of stamina as quickly as before is a massive improvement. How come that move doesn't seem to activate though? It's so irritating. No stamina! Out of stamina!
To the unyielding.
Okay, I did not get the thing. I got a new... I think I'm going to respec and just make my build for this style. Max stamina? We'll take the max stamina. We're gonna have to buff stamina, like, no matter what. Stamina recovery 2, although this one has just way better stats. Yeah, I guess I don't have to respec. I could just go with this build. I'm still missing the headpiece for this set, though. Hold on, I'm pretty sure I don't have it. Yeah, still don't have it. But I assume that this weapon, okay, it has B scaling with willpower, and I have like 10 willpower, and a C scaling with strength. So this is, Okay, well that one, the spear will definitely require respecking. Maybe I should switch to the Bard again. Whatever. Wait, just switch to the Bard. The problem is I'll have lower stats, I guess.
You want my strength? Prove to me you're worthy.
Whoa, what is that move? You can teleport to him? Oh, soul cleaving greatsword. Wait, so when I abandon the greatsword, it gives me the weapon? What? Okay, well actually, you know, the Bard set does make a big difference though, in terms of farming. Oh, what does this look like? Oh, okay, that looks cool. But see, why is greatsword so trash? It's so garbage in this game. Like, this feels so much better to play with this fighting style. I abandoned greatsword, and it's like, no, don't go. Here's the sword. It's like, come back, come back. It's like, I don't know, man. I don't think we're going back to greatsword. I don't know. I think we found a much better weapon. And if people keep saying spear is the best weapon in the game, I can only imagine the difference that makes. Hold on, did he? Okay, I don't think I got his helmet though. So I still need to farm his the headpiece. That's the only thing missing at this point. So but see, that was a lot more fun than the annoying trek of playing through with the greatsword. What I understand is why is the boss getting stun locked from whatever this, what is this called? Dual wield? What is this thing? What is this even called? Dual wield. Why does dual wield stun lock the boss and the greatsword can't? When you would think that it would do way more poise damage? Ridiculous. This game, like, I don't know what they were thinking.
You want my strength? Prove to me you're worthy.
Look at this guy. I feel like it's like Goku taking off his weighted training clothing. Like, what was that greatsword all about? It's like weighted down with like all this heavy gear. Like, what is this? Like, why is it so easy to get behind him? Why is he getting stun locked so easily? Look at this! What is this? Neo! Oh, that's lame. I thought it was out of reach. Man, dual wield though is like way better.
You want my strength? Prove to me you're worthy.
Look at that. Man, he can get stun locked so much.
I catch the unyielding.
Ashen Wolf Hat, Soul Eater's top. Okay, that's not the piece that I was looking for. This one has more stamina. I mean, it's slow. Okay, Ashen Wolf. Wow. Brink dodge gives stronger attack after. Don't you have to have the skill point spent to do that? On that motherboard, are you using the asynchronous clock options in the BIOS with your overclock like which one? This is the Asus motherboard. You're talking about the computer that we're using right now. This is the Asus motherboard. Can I level up? Almost. How much do I need to level up? 17,000. I just feel like the flow of the game is not what I expected. Like, I feel like this game was supposed to be explore an area, level up before the boss, then go fight the boss, beat the boss, and then move to the next area. I didn't think it was gonna be like Monster Hunter, where you're literally grinding the same opponent over and over again for its gear. I mean, I thought that's what the end game was supposed to be. I didn't know that the actual game was supposed to be this.
Prove to me you're worthy.
That's lame. He has tracking. He literally moved. He moved 180 degrees to do that. To grab me. It's like, okay, apparently bosses have focus strike from Monster Hunter in this game.
Not ready yet.
I have a skill point?
Want my strength? Prove to me you're worthy.
The only problem with this weapon is the short reach. I guess that's how they balance it. Soul Eater's Helm. Okay. Finally done. Finally, finally done. And I have the Soul Eater's Greatsword now, too. Are you currently Are you currently adjusting? No. Currently, it's. I'm not using asynchronous clock. Asynchronous clock is really only if you're trying to. Asynchronous clock, the reason why I'm not using it is because most people don't have access to it. So we're not actually using it right now. Part of the real reason why we're not using asynchronous clock is because we updated the BIOS recently. So it's really more, asynchronous clock does not help multi-thread. It helps single thread. But it's hard to use asynchronous clock with curve optimizer because it can easily introduce instability. So it's really meant to be used with curve shaper based off of my own. That's why in the video we focus on curve shaper more. In fact, most of my overclocking guides for Zen 5 have focused more on using curve shaper than anything else. That combined with PBO and the plus 200 offset. But yeah, it does help with single thread. But what I have found is that it's such a minor improvement that it's kind of not really necessary if you simply just want to get better performance across the board. Because what I've found with asynchronous E-clock or base clock overclocking is that it's much easier to introduce instability. So it's much harder to test for stability when you start messing with the base clock. So I don't really see it as a super important feature, but it is definitely an overclocking tool, and it will come in handy for someone who's trying to push an extreme overclock. You know, that guy does have a spear weapon. I wonder if I should try to get that weapon. Well, where? I thought I had the soul. Oh yeah, I do. Hold on. So do I have? I need to get. Okay, 2, 4, 6. I can do his entire set now. You guys think I should try to farm the spear off of the Soul Eater? I mean, you can use it. The video was to show what to do with it, but it's like if you want to try to improve your single thread performance and you have a motherboard that can use asynchronous clock, you can go ahead and try it. But I don't think it's 100% necessary for most people. I think that it's actually better to not use it because the automatic overclock provided by PBO is easier to do, and it's less likely to introduce instability unless you're doing like some insane undervolt and it's just not stable with the undervolt, versus using asynchronous clock. Asynchronous clock is really an old school overclocking technology, guys. It's been something that's existed since Zen 1, and even older than Zen 1. Like on Intel's HEDT platform, you used to be able to do base clock overclocking. So it's not a new thing. In fact, PBO and Curve Optimizer are significantly newer than asynchronous clock. I mean, you can tell how it's working. It's working great. Do I need to start leveling up willpower? Hold on, this one does 2. No, I think I'll just end up respeccing if I truly want to use this fighting style. But I think we're gonna get more endurance. I need vitality to get to 30, and I need endurance to get to 30, and strength will probably go to like 50 or whatever. So you guys think I should farm the thing then, to get the spear off of the Soul Eater? So that's what we're gonna do. Or should I farm Viper? I don't know if I really need to even bother farming Viper. Like, how good is Viper's stuff? Is it really, really good?
You want my strength? Prove to me you're worthy.
Is that a parry? It's like, yes, spend all those frames trying to pull out the greatsword. Okay. What was that? He like tried to hit me, I parried him, he died. He just died on the brink guard. We're playing at 4K. But it's downscaled to YouTube to 1440p. But yeah, I mean, we're playing it at 4K. We can show the settings here. So you can see 4K resolution. Basically all the stuff maxed out, essentially. I don't know, I found this game, like, if you play the game with an uncapped frame rate, the parry window is actually really, it's much harder to do, versus if you lock the frame rate. So I don't recommend playing this on an uncapped frame rate. You'll have a much harder time trying to parry the attacks. Lies of P had the exact same problem. So the only thing I need is his spear. Hold on, how do I... Okay, lock this. I'm gonna lock the entire set. Receive stamina damage, decrease 1%. I think we're gonna take maximum stamina. I found I have a hard time pairing it at 120. So no, I think it's much easier, especially when you want to do the like special parry attack or the counter strike, I think it's called. The counter strike is so much easier to do on 60 FPS than on like 120. There was another game that came out last year that had the exact same problem. I'm trying to remember what it was. It was another Souls-like that... Oh, it's another game that came out around the same time as Kazan. I'm forgetting the name. It was like a much lower budget game. I think it was made by like a Chinese studio. I don't know if I should go with maximum stamina or critical stamina recovery rate. Or just get more HP. This one's 280. 280, these are better. Wait, I don't have the Soul Eater legs. Oh wait, is this it? Okay, that's the only one that I've got. No, not Counter-Strike 2. Counter-Strike in the game. The ability to parry the attack in the game. This move. Where is it? Oh, it's never mind. It's not called Counter-Strike. It's called Counterattack. Counterattack, because it's different from the other brink guarding, I found this. This is much harder to do at any FPS above 60. Like this one move. Like, I get this move a lot. Like, it's easy to me when I'm playing it with 60 FPS. Like, I almost never mess that up. Okay, I guess the only thing is get the spear, and then... Yeah, I guess we just have to farm this guy until I get his spear. I got the... Is that the Viper's one? Fallen Lord is the Viper?
My strength. Prove to me you're worthy.
See what I mean? See, that's so much easier to do. Oh, got his spear. I got his spear. That was great. That was great. But man, dual wield is just like night and day difference. I feel like I'm playing a completely different game using dual wield. Alright, I think we can go fight the spider now. Or farm Viper, I guess. But I don't really feel like I need to respec. I'm gonna just try to fight him with this Soul Eater stuff. Yeah, we're just gonna go fight the spider and be done with this. Wait, did I not? Okay, this one. I marked this one, but I also have critical stamina recovery rate. I don't know if that'll be a problem. I just feel like going, like, my... Whatever I was wearing earlier had... Okay, so I guess it wasn't that much better than this. In fact, this is actually, in some ways... Yeah, I guess this gear is quite good. There we go. Learn Phantom Judgment. What does that do? Like, how do I... Gear info? How do I see what that is? Phantom Judgment. Gear info. Help. Okay. Yeah, it's, apparently we learned a special move. I have no idea how to do it. Is it a skill tree move? Oh, okay. It's a dual wield move. Or it's a spear. Oh, okay. Or greatsword. Or spear. Wait, this is, so what does it do? Phantom Judgment. It costs 3 spirit. Reset the duration of an enemy's exhaustion. The skill can be used each time an enemy becomes exhausted. Phantom Judgment. Okay. Can almost level up. I don't have any more of these. Alright, let's do this. Let's go fight. Let's like, after all that training, let's see if this makes a difference against the spider.
The stench of those otherworldly beings. It's coming from there.
Alright, here we go. The moment of truth. This thing has like a... Its stagger bar is different from the other enemy. Well, I've already gotten further than I ever got with the greatsword. Oh, I timed it too early. Timing's different with the when it's missing a limb. Oh, what the? Where'd it go? Oh, whoa, okay. Is the boss fight supposed to be this long? Are you serious? The thing got away? Oh, are you serious? Man, see, like, why is the boss fight that long? Is that what they're going for? They're going for, like, a super long fight? That should have been over, like, 3 minutes max. If I respec, my damage will be much higher, though, because I don't have the right stats for this weapon. This is basically Goku versus Ape Vegeta. The spider had to transform to win right there. Wait, hold on. So if I keep attacking the limb, it'll break off more quickly. The problem is the boss has too much HP. I don't understand why it has so much HP. Like, okay, do I do more damage if he's missing the limb? And of course, I'm out of stamina. Oh, okay, so you just cut that off, huh? Yeah, I don't know why the enemies in this game have a stupid amount of HP. It feels like you're literally playing the game on like New Game Plus because of the HP pool. One thing is for sure, we are not going back to Greatsword. That much I know for certain. Because this is the most progress that I've made in the shortest amount of time possible in this game. We'll probably never go back to the Greatsword. Wait, do I have skill points? Still don't have any skill points. I think I'm going to respec and get rid of that one move. My LBX is terrible, or RBX is awful. I don't even know what it's supposed to do. It's like it allows me to do a move when I don't have stamina. Okay, I don't know the timing on that yet. The problem is there's like nothing. I guess I can go farm. I guess I can farm Viper. I don't think we're ready for this guy yet. I feel like I'm under leveled still if it's taking this long to get him. Or I can just respec and just redo the build so that it's meant for the dual wield. Yeah, I think we're gonna go farm, what's his name? Let's go farm Viper and get the entire spear set. Although I do think dual wield is definitely a whole lot better than greatsword. Actually, hold on a second. Maybe I should go farm the other thing. The thing that was over here. Or wherever it was. I don't even remember where it was. This thing? Yeah, maybe I should do that. Let's go fight this thing, actually. Oh no, I kind of think this thing, this boss that I'm about to fight gave me more trouble than Viper. I didn't find Viper as hard as this thing. Now, granted, I had to kill this thing with a greatsword though, so let's see how this actually is different. Okay. Okay. Alright, I think we're done. Alright, that'll probably either be it for the stream, or we will switch to Monster Hunter. I think I'm kind of done with this game. Once Expedition 33 comes out, I don't think I'm going to be able to revisit this game for a very long time. So, yeah, that's why I was considering swapping it to easy mode, just so I could actually get through it in a decent amount of time, but it looks like that's probably not what I would prefer to do. But this is not the definition of fun in my eyes. So this game, I don't know, it's kind of like a 6 out of 10 in my book. I wanted to at least like give it some airtime, because I do think that the developers did put, I can tell they put a lot of effort into the game, but the game is pretty terrible. From a balance standpoint, it's pretty god-awful, to be honest. Like, greatsword's trash. Dual wield is a lot better, but I don't understand why the bosses have the amount of HP that they have. So I don't really know what they were going for. 4 out of 10. Yeah, it doesn't seem enjoyable to play. I'm serious, guys. I'm 100% serious. This is somebody who platinumed Elden Ring. So, no. And we played Shadow of the Erdtree. I mean, hold on. I shouldn't compare this to Elden Ring, though. The correct game to compare this to is Nioh 2. Nioh 2, so I have 185 hours on the Steam version of Nioh 2, the complete edition, and that doesn't even include the like 100 hours on the PlayStation 4 that I also have in Nioh 2. So compared to Nioh 2, this game isn't even close in terms of like fun factor. Can't even compete. Lies of P is a slightly better game, although I really find Lies of P Lies of P is a very similar game. The difference between this game is basically Lies of P with like Neo 2 loot drops. I mean, that's basically what it is in a oversimplified view of what this game is, but it's not, I don't know, like, it's not a very good game as far as I'm concerned. So maybe if, I don't know, if the bosses didn't have the HP pool that they have on normal difficulty, because it doesn't feel like it's intuitive to play. Like, it's the fact that you guys, like, the fact that I had to go in here, where is it? Like, this thing, Kazan's Memories, I didn't even know that this was a thing. So it's like, I didn't even know that this was a thing that I hadn't done until now. So it's kind of annoying. It's not a very fun game. Monster Hunter is significantly better than this in almost every way. But I understand that this is a different style of game. But currently, yeah, Monster Hunter Wilds is Game of the Year right now. And yeah, this Thursday, Expedition 33 comes out. Hence the title of this stream. So the only reason why we were playing this is because we can't play Expedition 33 right now. Otherwise, I would definitely have been playing that instead. But it looks like that's going to be it for the stream. Yeah, so it's pretty late already. So, yeah. I guess I made some progress, but not really, because I'm still stuck on the spider. So I have to go and grind more levels, or respec the character again for like the 3rd time, just so that I have the proper stats for dual wield, instead of like 31 strength and only like 10 willpower. Because I think willpower is the stat for dual wield, strength is the stat for greatsword, and proficiency is the stat for the spear. So it's like, I probably would have killed the spider if I actually had higher damage. But that doesn't change the fact that the game is extremely flawed, in my view. So, but anyway, that's the game, guys. So that's going to be it for this live stream. That was Kazan. A look at Kazan. I guess I now have this armor set at least. But yeah, we won't be playing this on stream. I don't know if we'll ever even play this again. Unless there's like a lull in the summer where there's like nothing going on. But I'm probably going to go back to Genshin Impact later in the summer for the latest patch, so that'll probably take priority over this. So yeah, that's probably it for the first Berserker. Anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in. But that was it. So the next stream will be Tech Thursdays, and then we will probably do Expedition 33 next Friday, and Expedition 33 on Saturday. So we're probably gonna do like a 2 weekend, like Friday and Saturday I will plan for Expedition 33, and I may even, well, I don't know if I'll do Sunday, but I'll definitely do 2 weekend streams next weekend for Expedition 33, because that is a game that will be played all the way to completion. 100% that game's going to completion. The only game that I've completed this year, story-wise, is Monster Hunter Wilds. Like, I haven't finished any other game that I started. So, like, Dynasty Warriors, I only played like 5.7 hours of that. The Legend of Heroes Trails Through Daybreak 2, I played 9 hours of that game, surprisingly. So about the same amount of time as this game. And then I did get Rise of the Ronin on PC, and I've played about 3 hours of that. But I don't see the need to showcase that game again, since it's technically a game from last year. And then Like a Dragon, Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii, I've only played 4.3 hours of that game. So technically I've spent more time playing Kazan than the Yakuza game. And I actually think the Yakuza game is a better game. But the problem with this game, as you guys can tell, is you spend way too much time grinding levels and getting stuck against bosses. Which I don't. Some people find that fun. I don't find that fun. I mean, I'll tolerate it to an extent if I have to grind levels, which is typically what you have to do in certain scenarios for these type of games. Like, I know for some of the optional bosses in Elden Ring, I had to grind levels, but it was not like this. It wasn't like, oh, let's go farm an entire armor set and a whole bunch of gear off of one boss from earlier in the game so that we can gear up to fight this one boss that I can't get past. And then in the end, it didn't. I mean, it did help. It did help, but it still didn't really, you know, it didn't really do what it needed to do. So, yeah, we will be going back to Monster Hunter on the 29th. Well, okay, the 29th is going to get Arch-Tempered Radeon. So that will be a return to Monster Hunter. But I won't probably, okay, how should I say this? So what we'll do next weekend is all Expedition 33. Then I will probably play some of that game off stream. I don't think I'm going to play the whole thing to completion on stream, because I think that kind of spoils the ending, maybe. But we'll see. We'll probably do post-content on that. But it's going to be a mix of Bat Game and Monster Hunter. Because on the 29th of April, Monster Hunter is getting Arch-Tempered Radeon. So it's getting the event quest for the Gamma set. The first Gamma set, which is probably going to be best in slot for certain builds. So I will definitely be live streaming some of those hunts on the first weekend of May. So that will be like May 2nd through May 4th. So expect to see Expedition 33 next weekend, and then Monster Hunter the weekend after that. And then I don't know what I'll do in May, because May is like a holding period for until Night Rain comes out. So, I don't know. It depends on how much post-game content is in Expedition 33. And if I want to attempt playing that game in like New Game Plus, or assuming it has a New Game Plus or something. But yeah, that's it. That's going to be it for the gaming half of this channel. So, were there any other questions? Oh, is the pre-order for Switch 2? Oh, the Switch 2. Switch 2 is June, right? Yeah, that's June something. So May. So what happens in May? Like nothing, right? Like Elden Ring Night Rain comes out at the end of that month. And then shortly after Elden Ring, hold on. So the Switch 2 Nintendo Switch 2 release date. Why am I unable to... Switch 2 pre-orders begin on April 24th. Oh. Oh, that's next Thursday. And then it comes out like a month and a half after that. June 5th. Okay, so it's June 5th. Night Rain. We are going to cover the Switch 2. I'm going to try to get one. Elden Ring comes out on May 30th. So that is the week before the Switch 2. Yeah. Okay, so that's what's gonna happen then. So I'm just trying to figure out like what we will focus on. We will be doing some like channel videos on the Switch 2 to an extent. I'm not 100% sure what exactly I'll do at this point besides the regular stuff. Maybe I'll do a video about... I plan to do a video about SD Micro Express, because if you do want to get expanded storage for the Switch 2, you do need to buy a SD or a Micro SD Express. You cannot use a regular... We kind of mentioned this at the very end of Tech Thursdays yesterday, but the Switch 2 requires PCIe/NVMe based storage, so you have to have an Express memory card. You can't use a regular one. So, May 30th, we got Night Rain, and I'm thinking about, like, what happens after that. So, I'm trying to plan, like, I'm trying to make my live streams a little bit more organized so that if people are interested in them, they know ahead of time if they tune into the previous one. So I'm just trying to think like what will happen in May. So for the next 2 weeks, next weekend we have Expedition or Clair Obscure Expedition 33. Actually, hold on, let me go to the page here. There's a lot of trailers. They're starting to hype this game up. So, but I think it's gonna deliver. From what I've seen, it's probably gonna deliver on everything. Yeah, I think this game, it has like a AAA voice cast for the English voice cast. I don't know about the French voice cast, but I will be playing it in English. Yeah, they've got like a really good voice cast. They're starting to really market the game now, though, which is good, because I think this game does need more visibility because it's such a small studio. The core team is only like 30 people that made this game, and then they have like the voice actors and voice actresses and stuff like that, and then they have the audio recording for the OST. This will be an interesting game to see how it runs. So this is one that, depending on like how hard it is to run, I might actually do a video, like a GPU comparison video. I haven't done a GPU comparison video in a while. I like to dedicate the video to one game though, because like if somebody is researching the game, it's better to find a video that only shows the game and like shows, you know, frame rates and stuff and different GPUs, maybe different CPUs, so they get an idea, versus like trying to dig through like a review of a graphics card and hoping that it has the game. And because this game is so new, it's not going to be in any review benchmark comparisons. So yeah, we may do something like that for the channel content, but this is next weekend, and then Monster Hunter will be the weekend after this, and then this might show up again 2 weeks after release. I'm just trying to think like what will the gaming content look like for the weekend. So the 26th will be Expedition 33, the 3rd will be Monster Hunter, the 10th, and I'm just using Saturday as a number here. So the 26th will be Expedition, the 3rd will be Monster Hunter, the 10th will probably be Expedition 33 again. And then the 17th will be possibly something else. I don't know. And then the 24th will not be Elden Ring, because Elden Ring comes out on the 30th of May. So that's interesting. No, it's not an MMO. It's a single player turn-based reactive turn-based RPG. But yeah, this one will be live streamed on the channel. At least once, or no, at least twice. So there will be 2 sessions of this game on stream. So yeah, you should check out the trailers, guys. Like, this game is legit good. This game is Unreal Engine 5. So it's another Unreal Engine 5 game, and you know what that means? That means it can either be really, really hard to run, or it can be okay to run. But I think at the very least, because it's UE5, it's going to be pretty demanding for anyone who has a computer that is over 4 years old. Oh, you guys are talking about a different game? Oh, that's right. This is going to be on Game Pass. Best Buy sent an email. You know what's funny? This game is going to be parry heavy, especially on the difficulty level. On the higher difficulty, like expert mode. So it's funny because maybe Kazan was basically like training for me to prepare for like parrying in Expedition 33. Who knows? I don't know. Like, from what I've seen, that Expedition on expert mode is like really, really hard because you have to perfect guard a lot. So there's a lot of brink guarding in that game. So if you're not a fan of that, you might not like the game, at least not on the higher difficulty level. Midnight in-store release of the Switch 2. Do you have to play the other 32 expeditions to understand the story? I'm not sure how to answer that question. Just watch the trailer. Watch the trailer. Yeah, Switch 2 is going to be like the most hyped up console. There hasn't been a console release in years. Well, okay, technically PS5 Pro, but you know, like that wasn't really, you know. You haven't looked at Expedition 33, you'll have to check it out. At least watch the trailers, guys. I don't want to watch the trailers for fear of getting demonetized because of the soundtrack. But check out the trailers. It's good. The game is what a next generation, or I guess technically current generation RPG should look like in terms of graphics fidelity because it's using Unreal Engine 5. So we haven't seen any turn-based games come out in recent history. I guess, okay, no. Final Fantasy VII is not, I mean, it's kind of turn-based, but not really, and it's not UE5. So no. Yeah, this game is gonna be like the new like gold standard for what graphics should look like or aspire to in modern single-player story-driven games. Yeah, Switch 2. I don't know, like, what are the most compelling games on that console besides the games that are coming out next year? The funny thing is, remember how I told you guys every 3 years From Software releases like their next big game? They actually kind of it's hard to tell if they're still doing that, but I think they are to an extent. But it's interesting because I realized a few days ago that From Software puts out a new game like literally every year. They've been doing that since Elden Ring. Because you think about it, 2022 they put out Elden Ring and then they won Game of the Year. 2023 they put Armored Core 6: The Fires of Rubicon. 2024 they put Shadow of the Erdtree out. I mean, obviously, okay, it's a DLC, but it's like so much DLC, it's basically a standalone game. So they've put games out, and this year they're putting out Elden Ring, Night Rain, and then next year, the Duskbloods on the Switch 2 is a Switch 2 exclusive. So, and I'm pretty sure, like, Duskbloods is Miyazaki's next game. I'm almost 100% certain that Miyazaki had nothing to do with Night Rain. Like, they let the younger, newer employees that are earlier in career, I'm pretty sure they basically gave the junior developers in the studio Elden Ring, and they're like, hey, make something cool with Elden Ring. And they're like, okay, and they basically made PUBG out of Elden Ring, you know, like out of Elden Ring's assets, and I guess some Dark Souls stuff. Who knows? They could put cameos from Demon Souls in there. So I could tell, like, when I saw the trailer for Duskblood, I immediately realized that Miyazaki's next big game is actually the Switch 2 game, and he had nothing to do with Night Rain. And he had nothing to do with Armored Core 6 either, because he hasn't worked on Armored Core since, like, Demon Souls. But anyone getting a micro SD Express for the Switch 2, those are really, really hard to get right now. At least the ones with decent capacity. And they're way more expensive than SSDs. That's what's funny. Per gig. Like the price, the dollar per gig on a micro SD Express is more expensive than an NVMe drive. which is hilarious. There's been a run on the market for them because of the Switch 2. So if you're if you haven't managed to get an SD or micro SD Express, you probably want to try to order one of those before the Switch 2 comes out. There's gonna be no price drop. There's gonna be a run on that market, man. There already has been a run on it. Like, the best example I can give you, the Blu-ray drive for the PlayStation 5, when the PS5 Pro got announced last year, almost within like 24 hours, the disc drive was like out of stock everywhere. Because it was a digital only console, and a lot of people wanted the disc drive just because they wanted the disc drive, because, like, okay, physical game collection, you know what I'm saying? So that thing vanished instantly, that disc drive, and I knew it was gonna vanish, so I bought one like months before the PS5 Pro came out. Like, I think the PS5 Pro came out around the time of the 9800X3D. I think it was like the same exact day. So that was like November of last year. I ordered the disc drive for the PS5 Pro in like July. It was like way in the summer. It was like literally sitting in the back of this room on that shelf for months. So the exact same thing is happening right now, or has already happened, with the micro SD Express, 1 terabyte and 500 gigabyte. Yeah, just like HTC's. See, sold out everywhere. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? So it's like, dude, it's crazy. It's crazy. These are the sort of things that, like, none of the other tech channels or the gaming channels will ever talk about. They're never gonna tell you, buy your memory card early, or else. They're never gonna say it, because it's like they're gonna want to secure their own. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's funny. So good luck trying to find a micro SD Express 1 terabyte. Right now, the best option, okay, for those of you watching the stream, I'll tell you guys kind of the secret way to get one right now. The secret way to get one, at least if you're in the US, and I think this applies to Canada, so I don't know about overseas, but right now, the secret way to get a 1 terabyte micro SD Express is to pre-order GameStop's micro SD Express. So if you go to GameStop.com, GameStop is allowing pre-orders of their special branded micro SD Express, which is, I think it's like an OEM of SanDisk, I think is the actual manufacturer. So, insider knowledge, guys. If you're gonna have a large library on the Switch 2, I highly recommend pre-ordering a 512 or a 1 terabyte from GameStop.com while they still have. This is totally not sponsored by GameStop. I'm just telling you guys, because that's literally the only one that's still available for pre-order. You can't get one from Amazon. You can't get one from Newegg. You cannot get one from Best Buy. They're completely sold out in the US. The only option is GameStop.com, and it's a pre-order, and it will release the exact same day as the Switch 2. So that is the way to get it. That way, if there's a problem with it, you can always, like, you know, exchange it at GameStop or whatever. So that's the lowest risk, best option right now. If somebody wants a 1 terabyte micro SD Express for the Switch 2, and they basically didn't buy one already. I don't want to be that guy that, like, makes a video about that and then literally, like, everyone starts blaming me for it going out of stock instantly, because people were telling me, like, because of my video with the ASRock Nova, that the Nova was constantly sold out because of the video where I put Nova as, like, S tier or whatever, you know, like, I'm like, really? Okay, whatever. I mean, my channel's, like, really small, but it's like, okay, I'll take the blame for that one, but I mean, I'm not gonna make a video like, public service announcement, everybody. If you want a 1 terabyte or a 512 SD card for your Switch 2, you better go get one from GameStop, because they're the only one in town right now. It's like, I don't want to make that video. There's probably a $1 discount you can trade in your entire Switch 1. I know, right? It's funny seeing GameStop like all of a sudden become relevant again, temporary, at least for right now, in this moment in time, because of the Switch 2. GameStop, like, so it's funny because I got my, there was something I bought, there was two things that I had to buy for the PlayStation 5 Pro. Not the disc drive. The disc drive, I ordered it in, like, months in advance, so I never had a problem with the disc drive. It was the vertical, no, not, was it the vertical stand? The vertical, yeah, the vertical stand, because I think the PS5 Pro didn't include the official vertical stand. I had to go to GameStop to get the vertical stand, and I also had to go and get, like, some other thing that I can't remember right now from GameStop for the PS5. Oh, the adapter for the PSVR 2 to PC. Even though I made that video for people who have a USB-C on their graphics card, I still wanted to be able to use my PSVR 2 with a newer graphics card that doesn't have the USB-C. So I had to go to GameStop to get the adapter for the PSVR 2 headset so I can use that VR headset with the PC. And not be restricted to like a reference AMD graphics card. GameStop just boosted all their trade-ins because of the Switch. All the consoles like 300 plus or more. Nintendo would never say that, although I'm sure it will be well backed in the... You're talking about ray tracing? Oh, for those of you that are curious, like how it performs. So... the performance of it will be kind of like this GPU. This will be the closest thing. RTX 2050. So it will basically be... Now what I can't tell from this is if it will be... Actually, yeah, this looks about right. Now that I think about it. Because the PS4 Pro is about as fast as a Radeon RX 470. This is a PS4 Pro. Not a PS5, a PS4 Pro. So the Switch 2 will be almost as good, about 10% weaker than a PS4 Pro. But remember, it will also have the ability to play in docked mode, in handheld mode. It also can leverage NVIDIA's DLSS for better upscaling. So, yeah, it will be a pretty powerful handheld console overall. TechTubers have said 3050. Well, 3050... it depends on what the ROPs are. Because I don't... So this is Ampere, first of all. So even though it says 20, it's actually a 30 series GPU, because it's graphics Ampere 107, not Turing. So even though it's 20 series, it's actually like 30 series. So that's why I'm saying it's 2050 mobile, because remember, it's a mobile part. It is not a desktop part, the Switch 2. So this is probably more realistic in terms of how it'll actually perform, considering its power limits and stuff like that. So no, I think it's going to be like this. Which means it will be kind of... So it means it will be faster than a PS4, but slightly weaker than a PS4 Pro. That's how it will perform. That's my expectation for it. At least. So it'll be kind of like a... I don't know, it's like a DLSS enabled underclocked PS4 Pro. So I think it'll be like this, which is funny because it means that it'll be basically the same performance as an Arc 380, which is the second graphics card that we have in this computer right now. A 780M, are you sure? The 780M. The Radeon 780M. Okay, well that means that it'll be a little bit faster than I expected, which basically still means that it's as fast as a PS4 Pro. See? So it's either gonna be... It's gonna be somewhere in this range. It'll be somewhere in this range. So anywhere, it could be like a GTX 1650, an RX 470, an R9 290, or an Intel Arc A380, or an integrated Radeon 680M, or 780M. Somewhere in there. This is the power of a Switch 2 right here, for those of you wondering. So, that's actually pretty good considering it's a mobile device. Because AMD's Radeon 780M is a very impressive integrated graphics solution when it came out a few years ago. So if it performs like that, that's not bad. But I guess, I'm not even sure what we'll do with Switch 2 besides cover the launch of it. Assuming I can even get one at launch. I don't know. I mean, I'll try to get one. I mean, I guess I'll look into pre-ordering one. I don't even know how that process is going to work. But I assume you can try to pre-order from all the regular, you know, GameStop, Best Buy, all those guys. Maybe Ant Online. I don't know if Ant Online sells not Nvidia, Nintendo things, but yeah. So it's gonna be around this level of performance. Anyway, guys, that's probably gonna be for the stream. I guess for those that tuned in that were curious, because there were some questions about the computer, so just to kind of go over the build that we're using for this live stream, it is the... Here, let me remove the glass. So this is the build. You can see it has those G-Skill Trident Z5 Neo RGB. Those are 6400 DDR5, cast latency 32. Then we have the EK Water Block 360 AIO, the Asus X870E Crosshair Hero motherboard. So there it is. And then we're still using the... I've considered switching back to the 7900 XTX. But so far, you know, the nice thing about this GPU, the 9070 XT, it uses a little bit less power than a reference 7900 XTX. It's extremely quiet. It has that flow-through design right there on the third fan. And it only uses 2 8-pins. So it doesn't really use much power. So I'm able to use my third 8-pin down here with the second graphics card that I've got down there underneath it. I don't know where my... Oh, actually, do we have a little white thing here? Yeah, so you guys can see right here. This is the full build. So we have the XFX 9070 XT magnetic air. This is the Quicksilver. This is not the Mercury. This is the Quicksilver. And then we have... That's why it has the dual 8-pin. And then there is an ASRock Challenger, I think. Intel Arc graphics card underneath it, using 8 lanes. And then we have like the 3 fans down there, getting air from the carpet. And then, yes, that's wonderful. Just get that air from the carpet. And then we have the 3 intakes, the 140mm intakes at the front. And that's pretty much the build. We got the radiator up on the top with the RGB fans from EK with their annoying proprietary connectors. But I've been using this computer for the gaming streams now pretty much ever since we built this. I guess ever since I upgraded to the 9950X 3D with the 9070 XT back in March. So I've been using this computer for over a month. It's like a month and a half now. It works great. Flawless performance. Super quiet. I don't even hear it while playing games. Really, really good. 4 sticks of RAM. All that RGB good stuff. Running at 6400 mega transfers with 100% stability. So really, really good stuff. How much performance do you lose when streaming and gaming? Well, what I can tell you is this is literally like the best computer that I've built probably ever, not counting HEDT. So, but HEDT is a different segment. So out of all the consumer mainstream desktop computers that I have ever built and used on a daily basis, this is currently my favorite one. 4 sticks of RAM, full RGB, full overclocking capabilities of the Hero. So somebody asked earlier about the asynchronous base clock. I'm currently not using asynchronous base clock. We may revisit that again, but currently I don't think it's really necessary. And if I'm going to do another overclock guide, it will be one for those who do not have access to asynchronous B clock, but this motherboard does have the feature. So basically it has like everything that I could imagine I would need for overclocking. And it has everything that I need. So we're using Slim SAS. We did a video about how to utilize Slim SAS. So I've got Slim SAS going. I've got all the SSD slots populated. The GPU is getting the full Gen 5 bandwidth. Now, it is sharing bandwidth because I have a second graphics card. So the second graphics card has 8 lanes, and the top one has 8 lanes. So we're doing 8 lanes of Gen 5 up here, 8 lanes of Gen 5, but the GPU, the second GPU is an Intel GPU. It only does Gen 4, so that's 8 lanes of Gen 4. And then I still have 4, or is it 5? 4 SSDs. 4 SSDs installed, plus dual graphics cards, fully maxed out. And I think I've got 4... No, I think I only have 2 SATA drives. We have 2 hard drives in here down there for storage. You guys can see underneath, I've got those old school 3.5-inch spindle drives down there. And that fan is like keeping them cold. And then the power supply is hidden away. And we're keeping that cold by using that fan at the back. So, yeah, no, I definitely recommend this. This is like the most powerful PC you could build without going to like a Threadripper currently. 100%. 9950X3D is the way to go. Super powerful. Super powerful. The amount of power that it uses for the amount of performance that you get is the best right now. So, this is the best recommendation. Oh, your question about do you lose performance? That has nothing to do with the CPU. That has everything to do with the GPU. Like, if you're using the GPU encoding... I mean, okay, if you use a CPU for encoding, you're not going to lose any performance unless you, like, max out your CPU. But if you use the GPU, there will be a slight performance hit. Now, you can avoid that by using a second graphics card or using the integrated graphics on the Ryzen CPU itself to not take any performance loss. So that is another option. You hope to get the review, I mean, yeah, if I can get a review sample, I mean, we can definitely do a build video. We can do a live stream build video featuring that motherboard. And we could do a bunch of other videos, like overclocking videos, and like how to utilize Slim SAS on it. I think it has... Yeah, the Extreme also has a Slim SAS, although we already have a pretty good video on how to utilize it. But the ROG Extreme basically has like everything you would... It has things that you don't even know you need. Unless you need an X4 slot. It doesn't have that. you'd have to use the Slim SAS and like basically buy some kind of adapter to turn that into a PCIe X4. Otherwise, the Godlike gives you the X4. So it's pretty much, it's Godlike and Extreme from Asus. Those are like the two, MSI's Godlike, Asus's Extreme. Those are like the two top tier motherboards that are basically going to be rivals at the top. Because they're the ones that have like all the things that I could think of that a content creator would actually use. Those motherboards can do it. Both of them. The Asus one is a little bit more complicated than the Godlike, though. The main thing is if you absolutely need an X4 PCIe slot, you do not have that on the Extreme without sacrificing your GPU lanes using the bottom slot. The Godlike gives you an X4, so you have that immediately available. So in some regards, the Godlike from a usability standpoint might be more practical, but I think the Asus one has certain things about it that might actually be more useful or more flexible in term, but it really depends on the person, like what they actually need to do with the computer. But anyway, guys, that's gonna be it for this stream. I didn't expect to be going for another, like, we've been live for another 40 minutes beyond when I was gonna be at the stopping point here. So that'll be it. So thank you all for tuning in. And that was a look at the first Berserker Kazan. Not a huge fan of this game. Probably if the bosses had lower HP pools, it would probably be better in my book. But it's basically another average Souls-like. I guess that's basically what it is. The bar for Souls-likes is pretty high now, though. With games like Lies of P and Lords of the Fallen, it's pretty tough. It's a pretty competitive genre, we'll say. So, but this one's okay, I guess, if you are really, really into like parry-based games and parry-based combat. When am I going back to Starfield? Probably never. Probably never. The only, like, okay, see, here's the thing, guys. There's an unseen list. There's a list of games. There's a priority list, essentially, of my backlog. And I don't know, maybe I'll make that video as kind of like a meme video for members only or something. Because the list is so long. My backlog list is so long that when I told you I'll never go back to Starfield, that doesn't mean that I'll never ever go back to Starfield. I'm telling you never, because right now, Starfield's position on that list is so far down toward the bottom of that list that the only way that I could ever go back to Starfield is if I somehow manage to get through my backlog of unfinished video games, and that I would finally get to Starfield. And the other assumption is that there's no newer game that automatically cuts in line and, like, you know, pushes Starfield further down the stack. So it's not like I can never go back to Starfield. It's just I know what the backlog list looks like, and it is atrocious. The number of games that I have to complete. That Starfield is a game that came out in 2023, and it's a game that keeps getting pushed down on the priority list because newer games come out, and then if I really like the newer game, it gets higher priority. Like Kazan, even though I don't really like Kazan, it got higher priority, so it pushed Starfield down. And even though I've basically ranted and complained most of the stream about Kazan, like, its position on the list is still higher than Starfield's, believe it or not. Like, I'll have to revisit Kazan and finish Kazan, as hard as this game is, before I get a chance to go back to Starfield. See, so that's the predicament that Starfield is in. How much do you play games off stream? Not a whole lot, to be honest. And that's kind of why the backlog is so bad. Sometimes I do play games off stream. Like, I played quite a bit of Monster Hunter off stream this year. But, like, the other games that we covered, like Dynasty Warriors, like, the only The only time I played Dynasty Warriors off stream was when I was trying to use it for benchmarking purposes. So, I mean, it's funny because some of those games, like, it's literally, like, the hours on those games are more, it's more so spent benchmarking the game for, like, GPUs and CPUs than me actually playing the game. And, like, the worst example, the biggest offender is Hogwarts Legacy. Hogwarts Legacy, I gotta look at Hogwarts Legacy real quick. Like, how many hours have I spent on Hogwarts Legacy? That was the meme game on this channel for a while. I have spent... Oh, it has to download an update. I last played Hogwarts Legacy November 10th of last year. And that was not to play it. That was to benchmark it. So, that game... Let's just put it this way. Probably 70 to 80% of my hours in Hogwarts Legacy are a mixture of me benchmarking it and being AFK with the game open while talking to the chat the whole time while I'm supposed to be playing Hogwarts Legacy. Yeah, at the very end of the month. And we will be live streaming Night Rain. Yeah. Let me see if this game can patch in time so we can look at, like, how many hours I've spent on it. But I'm pretty sure it's, like, a very high number. And it's, like... It's funny because I feel like I've only spent, like, 10, 12 hours total actually playing Hogwarts Legacy. And the remainder of that time is all, like, benchmark and... sitting there AFK, getting distracted, talking to chat and answering questions the whole time. I have to leave my backlog to my grandchildren. I don't even want to think what the list will look like, man. At that point, it'll be so bad. It'll be so bad. There's so many games. I blame 2023. 2023 had so many good games that there is such a massive list. Starfield's in 2023 in that list. But who here is... Okay, let's do a poll before we end the stream. Alright. So here's the poll for this live stream. Are you getting a Nintendo Switch 2? Man, somebody clicked no real fast. Someone clicked no real fast. Because as soon as I hit enter and read the question, like, no went to 100%. We have like 19 viewers and only 4 people voted. It's split 50-50. 2 people voted yes and 2 people voted no. Mario Kart's pretty good. Is the game that came out for the GameCube, is the Zelda game from the GameCube gonna be on Switch 2? I forget what the name of the game was. It was the one where on the Wii, Link is right-handed, but on the Nintendo GameCube, he was left-handed, like he's supposed to be. Is that game gonna be on Switch 2? But see, here's the thing. Part of the backlog is a bunch of Nintendo games. So it's like Starfield has to get through, like, I gotta get through like Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition. I gotta get through Xenoblade Chronicles 3, Xenoblade Chronicles 2, like even maybe like Xenoblade Chronicles 1, like the new high def version of it or whatever. Like, it's pretty bad. The backlog is pretty terrible. And I'm going to use the Switch 2's launch as an excuse to try to, like, work on the backlog. Really, the only game that I want for Switch 2 is Dusk Bloods, but that's not coming out this year. So I guess it sounds to me like June is going to have a lot of Switch 2 content until Death Stranding 2 comes out. And then I'll probably cover Death Stranding 2. Does Switch 2 work with Elgato 2? Yes, absolutely. You have to have it in docked mode. I can live stream Switch 1 games. Switch 2 games are exactly the same way. This is the reason why capture cards are very important, guys. Like, this is, and again, this computer provides that functionality. Okay, get ready to see some terrible cable management. Yes, I know, terrible cable management. There we go, that thing in red. That thing on the floor, right there. That. There it is. That's the secret technique. This is the trade secret for actual, like, Twitch streamers. That thing right there, which we probably need to do a video about. That is the secret way to live stream Switch 2 games using your PC. Like, the official, legit way. Meaning, we're not talking like emulators and stuff. Like, this is the real deal right here. So, this is the hardware solution. This is the AverMedia Live Gamer Bolt, which I think I used to have a affiliate link in my live streams, unless I was dumb enough to get rid of it. I think I got rid of it because, yeah. Oh no, it's still in the description of the video, guys. It's still in the description of the video. If you open up the description of this live stream and you look under the section 4K monitor and capture card, there's the 4K OLED LG. It is the one underneath it. Best 4K 60 capture card for USB 4. This capture card is a USB 4 capture card. It works with Thunderbolt 3, Thunderbolt 4, and USB 4. It requires any of those three. Meaning, you can't, and it also works with Thunderbolt 5. You cannot use this capture card with USB 2, like 3.2 Gen 2x2 or 3.2 Gen 3 by, what is it, 2x1 or whatever. You cannot use this with any USB port other than USB 4 or Thunderbolt 3 or 4 or 5. It requires USB 4. And we talked about this on Tech Thursdays yesterday toward the end of the stream, because this capture card requires something called PCIe tunneling, because this is basically an internal 4K 60 capture card that supports HDR capture as well as like up to 240 hertz pass-through if it was an internal capture card. But because they basically, AverMedia took it out, put it in an enclosure, and they utilize Thunderbolt 3 protocol signaling, which supports something called PCIe tunneling, it tricks the capture card into thinking that it is connected directly into the motherboard via a PCIe X4 slot. This is the reason why I put big emphasis when we talk about motherboards around a dedicated PCIe X4 slot on a motherboard. Because if you don't have USB 4 or you don't have Thunderbolt, you have to use an internal capture card. Now, you can go out and buy an Elgato or some other capture card. However, the difference between this external capture card and other external capture cards is going to be the latency. The latency on this capture card is so much lower than the latency on an Elgato 4K Extreme, for example, or any of the Elgato 4Ks, or any of the AverMedia 4Ks that are newer, that are not like this one, or not internal based. This capture card, because it utilizes USB 4, 40 gigabit, or Thunderbolt 3, it is basically the same in terms of latency as an internal capture card. And that is the secret technique of utilizing something like this, because this way I don't need to take up space. I no longer need to dedicate a PCIe slot inside my computer for a 4K capture card for the console, because I can leverage the external one, and the external one is equal to the internal one because of USB 4 capability. And now hopefully this sheds more light onto why there is a big emphasis in my like tier list video on having an X4 slot or having USB 4 capability, because I'm looking at it holistically for someone who may not even know that they need these features, or that someday in the future they may desire to be able to do these things with their computer, but if they don't have that capability from day one, then they can't do it. They have to buy another motherboard, or they have to compromise and use a lower end solution which has drawbacks such as higher latency. So for me, when I live stream games on my PlayStation 5 Pro, it is identical in terms of latency to if I was playing the game just on the big screen TV, because I'm using such a high bandwidth solution for the capture card. So that is how it works. So the capture card, once again, it is listed in the description of this video. And it was, well, we can go look at it again. It is right there on the floor. There is a video on this channel from 2022 showcasing this capture card. In fact, we did a video recently last year. I think it was... What was the video that I did? There was a video where I showcased it capturing Final Fantasy VII Rebirth from a PlayStation 5 Pro. But there it is. The Aver Media, it has a built-in fan in the middle. You can see it's collecting some dust, so I'm probably going to have to dust that fan. You can see how there's like dust in the middle there. It's got one of those like laptop fans. So it's got active cooling because this is a high-end capture card. So currently, on one end, we have the HDMI cable going into the PlayStation 5 Pro, and the other end we have a, well, I guess, hold on, I guess I can just go and pick it up or whatever here. So you guys can see right here, this cable comes with the capture card. This is a Thunderbolt 3 cable, and Thunderbolt 3 is fully backwards compatible, or I guess USB 4, I should say, is fully backwards compatible with Thunderbolt 3 and Thunderbolt 4. This cable is the official HDMI cable that comes with the PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 5 Pro. So the PlayStation 5 Pro goes in here. This connects to the USB 4 on the Crosshair Hero, and then the rest is that. I basically just play the game off the PlayStation as though I was playing the game on my PC. So I actually don't play games on the console. Even though I'm playing a console game, I actually play the console game on my PC. So I fuse my PlayStation 5 Pro with my PC using this capture card. So, and that capture card has RGB. I don't know, I guess I set it to solid red instead of the RGB that scrolls, but that's basically it. You got that HDMI to the console, and then you have the USB 4 on the back of the motherboard. So this is a prime example of how USB 4 is a very useful technology for people who want to do any sort of content creation. Because not only can you use it for, you know, Nintendo Switch 2, PlayStation 5 Pro, basically any of the consoles that are HDMI based, you can use it with high-speed external storage as well. So, no other channel out there talks about stuff like this. Anyway, so Hogwarts Legacy, I have 101.7 hours in Hogwarts Legacy, and I know for a fact only about 12 of those hours is legitimate game time. So that means, what is that, like 90 hours, 88 hours was literally just benchmarking and talking to stream chat the whole time. In fact, it's funny because Kazan is gaining a bunch of game time, even though I'm not even playing the game right now because the game's still open. But anyway, guys, that's going to be it for this stream. We are like way over in terms of like when the stopping time was supposed to be done. We're like 40 minutes over at this point. But anyway, the link to that Avermedia Live Gamer is there. So only if you're interested in getting a capture card, only get that capture card if you have an X870E or X870 motherboard, or you have a motherboard that you know for a fact has USB 4 capability. Otherwise, it will not work. Or you have to have an Intel motherboard with Thunderbolt 3 or Thunderbolt 4, and the only ones that have that guaranteed, are not really guaranteed, but almost guaranteed, are the new Intel Z890 with the Intel Core Ultra series. This is why I tell people, even though Intel Core Ultra is worse than Intel Raptor Lake in gaming, the platform itself is superior. And this is the reason why I no longer would ever recommend 14th gen Intel if somebody absolutely wants Intel, because for whatever reason they are an Intel fan or whatever. Like, I recommend Intel Core Ultra because I know that you'll get a motherboard that supports the Avermedia capture card, because the Z790 requires you to buy an external, well, not external, you have to buy a Thunderbolt capture or Thunderbolt add-in card to gain USB 4/Thunderbolt capability on the Raptor Lake platform. So that's just one example. I'm just giving you one example of how you can utilize the newer features on newer motherboards. You don't have to get Nintendo. I'm saying, like, you could. Anyway, guys, that's gonna be it for this. You use man. Okay, we're gonna. The stream can't end like this if it's like if people keep on asking questions. But that's gonna be it. Got to go Azrocker. Azrock's good, man. Azrock's got all the stuff that most people need, and I found Azrock currently, and maybe Gigabyte, although I have not looked at any of Gigabyte's new motherboards. Azrock and Gigabyte seem to be the best choice if you're someone who wants to run 128, 192, or 256 gigs of RAM. Asus doesn't seem like it's the best choice if you want to do that. I found it's much harder for me to get like the Proct ODT stuff working on Asus for some reason. I don't know, maybe it's just the Hero, because NitroPath benefits 2 sticks, not 4 sticks. I got trapped into the capture card topic again. No, I think we finally managed to get out of that. Oh wait, no, you use an Emotiva CMX6 Plus. What is that? Oh, that's not the capture card. That's something else. All right, guys, I gotta get on out of here. So that's gonna be it for this live stream. Thanks for tuning in. If you're new to the channel, do get subscribed. Do hit the bell icon, the notification icon, so you get notified when I go live. We might do a live stream tomorrow. I'm not going to guarantee that, so don't really expect a live stream. But that's kind of why, if you have the bell icon selected, you would know if I go live tomorrow. So possibly I can go live tomorrow, but I don't know. So, because we haven't really, I mean, what am I going to do? Fight the spider in Kazan for like 3 more hours? I don't know what I'm going to do. But who knows? Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We do these live streams typically every Friday evening or Saturday evening if we don't cover it on Friday evening. It just kind of depends on my schedule. Otherwise, if you're new, we do the Tech Thursdays live stream show every Thursday, so that is kind of a guaranteed live stream show that you can come by, and that's not gaming focused at all. That is definitely tech related, so if you have tech questions on like building a PC, motherboard specific questions, RAM, CPU, GPU, all that stuff, feel free to ask those while we're live, and you can get those answered. And sometimes if the question is really good, the session turns into a paint session, and that can end up becoming its own video, so depending on like how good the content is. So anyway, guys, that's gonna be it. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you guys on the next episode of Tech Thursdays. Until then, take care, and I'll see you then. Thanks.